What is up? You're watching a hard carry. I'm an endgame player in OSRS with a daily show on YouTube and some weekday streams on Twitch. And if you're interested in getting better at old school, I invite you to subscribe to the channels and come along for the ride with me. We're doing an advanced learner raid with this group this time. Might recognize them from last video. We're going to be doing cross, freeze, stack, and skip and a 2-pile Nilo boss. That's the goal anyways. I always take the lowest KC learners first from whoever shows up on stream so long as they meet our minimum requirements. And for these advanced raids, that means we're going to have Din's Bulwarks on the melee rolls. Just an extra item we might require outside of our minimum gear. You can find our minimum gear information in the Discord. Check the description for that. I am on the South Freeze roll here, joined by Potato 3 on the North Freeze roll, X1, X2 on the Range roll, Trizzy and One Sun on our melee rolls, early dins and late dins respectively. I don't have an infographic for the advanced raids yet for Maiden, so just bear with me as I explain it, and try to listen along. We'll explain it as best we can. Potato, your roll on the mage roll stays the exact same, except you freeze South 1 instead of North 1. That is all that changes. So you'll be freezing South 1, then North 2, then South 3, then all the 4s. South 1, North 2, South 3, and all the 4s. You'll do that for all 3 sets of crabs, and you do need to be tick perfect for it, so make sure that you are ready to freeze when crabs can spawn. Now, after you freeze 70s, you'll stay in your mage gear, ready to freeze the 50s, which will be spawning immediately thereafter, okay? Any questions from Potato?
Nope.
Awesome. X1, X2, you're on our range roll here. You're going to stay on boss all the way till 50 spawn. Once 50 spawn, you're going to sight the old South 1. Then you're going to throw chins at the clump until the clump is dead. You can sight the old South 1 once or twice. Then throw chins at the clump till the clump is dead. It'll take a little while. Then you'll sight the new South 1 that spawned. Once that's dead, you'll be back on boss for the rest of the kill. Any questions, X1, X2?
No, don't think so.
Cool. Trizzy, you're going to be our early dins roll. You're going to stay on boss all the way to. First off, Trizzy and One Sun, go ahead and equip your dins and make sure they're set to pummel. You do not want to be having them set to block, or you'll not be able to spec. Awesome. For Trizzy, you're going to be our early dins roll. You'll stay on boss all the way till 50 spawn. Once you see the 50s crabs have spawned, you're going to run to the dins tile or one of its variants. If you don't have them, I'll ping them for you before we start Maiden. And then you'll do a din spec. Once you've done your din spec, you'll help clear any loose crabs on the north side and then get back on boss for the rest of the kill. One Sun, you're going to be our late dins roll. You're going to stay on boss all the way till 50 spawn, and once 50 crabs have spawned, so you see the 50s have come out, you're going to scythe the old north one first, give it one scythe, and then run over to the dins tile, or one of its variants, and do a din spec. Once you've done your din spec, then you're going to help clear any loose crabs on the north side, and join Trizzy on boss for the rest of the kill. Any questions from anyone on what they're doing at
Was
Maiden?
that one din spec?
Yeah, you'll just do
Did you
one
say
din
one or
spec.
two?
Yep, you'll only have
One.
spec
Okay.
one spec if you're hammering on entrance.
Okay, cool.
So the reason we do this, and I like to take a moment to do this because don't just want to say what you're doing, I want to explain why we're doing it. The reason we do this, this freezing swap, cross freezing thing, is because the north one, if it's frozen on the first tick, the Din's Bulwark can't reach it and the clump at the same time. But if we wait one tick on that north one, it's just close enough so that the Din's Bulwarks can clip it, and we can take advantage of their very big AoE. And the reason that we do this swap as well is because the South Freeze has to wait a tick anyway to freeze it in the clump, and if the North Freeze tried waiting that tick, then they wouldn't have enough time to freeze all the crabs. So it's just the way it works out best. My role, if I didn't explain it thoroughly, I'll be freezing North 1 tick late, then South 2, and then bowing twice, ready for 50s. Unless my North Freeze was late, then I'll back them up. Same boss till 50s. Kill South 1, chin clumps, kill new South 1. Kill old South 1, chin clump, kill new South 1. But yes, I think you got the idea. Hello, Zeb.
Cool. I was writing that down.
Yeah, go for it. If you have any questions, ask away. Otherwise, type R in game when you're ready to pot. I heard a ding noise. Let's get in there. Whoops. My headset's going to die. Let me replace the battery while we're running in. Be right back. Alrighty, I'm back. Oh, I got a tongue twister in chat. I'm not afraid to take a good tongue twister on. If you must cross a course, cross cow across a crowded cow crossing, cross the course cow across the crowded cow crossing carefully. Didn't seem too bad. Let's go ahead and get ready for a little bit of cross free stack and skip. Your tiles are here and here. If you're on this tile, you're attacking Maiden. Ideally, use this or this tile attacking the crab that's frozen right here, okay? So these two tiles for the melee rolls. And likewise, stay away from these tiles until the first blood has been thrown. or it's time to dins. Spam click the barrier. We're ready to go in. Let's get it. Stay away from those tiles. Remember, stay away from the dins tiles. Ooh, unlucky. Insta blood. When this happens in cross freezing, you always want to freeze us on the very first tick. Mage gear on, Augur, we're ready to freeze. Stay on boss till 50s. North freeze is on time, fantastic. Oops. Oh my god, I cooked it. That's so bad. Get that din spec off. You wanted to sight the north one first, and make sure you're doing your din spec over here once done, not on the clump.
Oh, okay.
I think you scythe the north 2 instead of the north 1.
I did, yeah.
Looks like Maiden healed a decent amount there, unfortunately. Still able to make this work. I'm gonna take this blood spawn out. Make sure you're very careful. Mage gear on, Augur, get ready to freeze. Ooh, a little late on the call there, my bad. You got this, man. Oh, that's a choice. Yikes. This is gonna hurt. Ouch, don't kill me. Okay, we're good. Let's get into the next room. I took a lot of damage I wasn't supposed to there. I actually walked in blood like once or twice, which certainly made the room way harder than it had to be. Eat your angler, grab your salve, and then we'll get in there. In terms of cross resets, I think mechanically it was executed decently for the most part. We had a kind of slow proc going into 50s. If you do these little pre-fires in like your own raids, in hard mode you can only do one because you can turn after 16 ticks, and you want to be hovering the next pre-fire. Watch your feet in case he turns like that, so you can catch him on the very first tick. Since we're doing a more advanced raid here, if you want to go for flinches, want to go for taking a stomp, I will allow you to. It's a little more challenging in hard mode because you have to pay attention not only to where the hands are falling, but also when the hands are falling. So it will keep falling after bloat. Watch out. Watch your feet, not your XP drops. In this case, would have been a bad tick to do it. And you don't want to be running through when bloat's eligible to turn. I can be a bit monkus. Like there, it would have cooked you if you had gone for the run through. So you turn your camera early so you can see where they're falling. He's eligible to turn again already, so be patient. Oh.
Oh no. Back to
It's pretty unhumble hands, one son.
Yeesh.
I'm expecting to go down here. 4, 5, yeah. Watch your feet, not your XP drops. Try to get that spec off potato if you can. So unhumble hand placement there. I think one extra scythe swing in. Might have sent a fly somewhere. You never know. Trying to do a front shot on bloat, you want to hit when his true tile's flush with the pillar. A little misclick there. Out we go. Eat your angler. Equip your middleman, eat your angler, drop your salve, grab one shark from the chest. See what we can't get through here. Where do you get that tongue twister from anyway, Birdie? Or are you expecting me to get cooked by it? Let's get in there. Make sure you're potted, by the way. You want to be potted. Same thing as last raid. I'll be taking all the pre-fires from Mage Roll. Potato hit things that make it into the room. X1, X2 ranging the entire time. Chris, you got the left side. Once, and you got the right side. go. Let's keep on hitting these pre-fires. Let's connect those. And keep the pillar health a little higher. Melee, you're on site then, Charlie. Make sure you're potted. Don't be swinging a limp scythe here. Help inside the room. Help inside the room. Potato is probably looking for something to do for a second there. This room's looking really good. If we end up killing the second dummy before it changes colors, we can actually go for Royal Affairs here.
What is that?
Royal Affairs means we're going to attack the third demi, so I'll call it out if we're going to go for it.
That's Charlie.
Melee gear on, Scythe and Charlie. Swing huge here. Yeah, we got it. We can go for it.
What are we going for, sorry?
We're going to do a Scythe and a Charlie in the last demi as well instead of ignoring it. That is all. It is a CA if we are able to kill all three of them and survive. It is very difficult. The pillar health is going to become a problem for it. Ooh, big barrage. Love it. Melee gear on, Scythe and Charlie. Melee gear on, Scythe and Charlie. Okay, we're stalled. Super awkward timing. Should we go now? Swing huge. Come on. Okay, clear the room, clear the room, clear the room. Find the lowest health pillar. Keep your health high, keep your health high. Don't die to exploding Niles once Sun Brew up. Look at the lowest health pillar. Zoom out, find it. Camp it. Whatever it is, go kill it. Rest in peace, ad. We got it, guys. We got it. We got it. Not the ads. Okay, 2 pile time. Brew up 85 HP or more. I'm at 103. Group out for the pot share. Pot share the ranged pot X1, X2. The one that doesn't look like a stem.
Oh, I think I did the wrong one.
Oh,
Everyone got it?
should be good. This one has a BGS. We could place
Vengeance.
BGS here. Did you get those prayers correct? Keep your health above 29 if you want the CA. If you want a free GMCA to stay alive, get those prayers correct. It's a cruel boss going mage range like this. This is like the worst possible RNG for this boss. Oh my goodness.
This is crazy.
Come on, go melee. Show us some love. The cruelest Nihilo boss you've ever seen. These poor learners.
Oh my
Let them have the
goodness.
CA, Jagex.
This is insane.
Come on now. Finally, swing huge. Charlie time.
Oh, 2.
See you
Yeah,
later.
let's do it.
Surely you got it.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
That's a
Love to
GMCA.
see it.
Love to see those. GMCA for the learners. I don't have repeat completions on, but they're confirming it, you know. Let's get in there. I'll be 1-2, Potato 1-3, X1, X2, 2-3, Trizzy, Phil, 1 Sun, back up. You know how much people pay for those in boosting discords? It's ridiculous.
I'm 8 points
It's-
from
Go look it up after the raid. I'm not encouraging you to go, you know, do that, but but some people do that, and you pay a lot for it, and you guys just casually get it in a learner raid. There we go. A little note about, well, I could talk about Stout here, but a little note about Nilos. If you have a really good sense of like the room in a good state, you can actually just do scythe swings on that last demi as well, to get some strong value damage on it rather than DPSing on a mage face. Bottom orbit on the inside's 1 stun. You can wait a tiny bit on the 3rd row. Go, go, go. Any W's in the chat for this group of learners getting a GMC like that? I think that's pretty impressive. Honestly, like, that doesn't happen too often. Good job connecting your maze 1 tile north. Some W's, some forecasting. Love to see that. Should have been ready for the,
Miss.
we need 1 fill. Trizzy's got the fill, miss. 1 stun,
Yeah,
you
I
got the
also
fill.
missed.
1 stun showing us how it's done. 63 BGS.
Let's go.
Woo!
Hard mode 1 incoming. I don't know. Did anyone take any damage? Could be. Swing hard here.
I
We
think we
won't
did take
stack.
some damage.
Just kill it. Well, it happens. We'll go through the maze quickly. I love seeing the soak balls at the end there. Love to see it. We should go for CAs whenever we can get them. Just 'cause it's like cool to accomplish. That was the most unhumble Nihilo boss. Like, if anyone earned that CA, it's you guys. That was criminal Nihilo boss activity.
I think we had 1 melee, maybe.
It did melee once after the very first phase. If you do use Vengeance, you can use it aggressively here at the end of the fight if you're above 50 HP. Start exploring the world of speedrunning strategies, and that is like one of the fundamentals of So. You start taking Vengeance when you realize it's safe to. You also begin, if you're trying to go really fast, you start flinching away instead of tanking melee, so it causes more orbs to spawn. Make sure you drop your partial potions at the chest so that people don't have to run away for them. Grab your stam first, then grab restores, then grab brews. If you have extra points, buy and drop brews for your teammates. I like dropping full potions slightly away from the DD tile, and all the partial potions end up at the chest for people. There's a full restore on the ground if you wanted to cant it. To get more inventory. You have chins, you could drop the chins. If you have a buckler, you could do Sang and Buckler. If you have partial things in your inventory, you can equip them to get more inventory space. Let's go. Cover your quadrant. If a second one spawns in your quadrant, I will hold it until you can take over. Small note, Trizzy, if you drop things under Zarpus at the beginning, you'll never worry about someone accidentally yoinking your stuff. So like these tiles. Make sure you're centralizing after your exhumes. That we're able to get them within 1 tick. Good positioning, Potato. Take over when you can. Good movement. Take over when you can. X1, X2, good movement. You guys are like a well-oiled hard mode top machine. I don't think you guys need me for the learner rates anymore. I think you guys are gaming. You guys aren't punking. You're not like some like high-level clan that's like sent an army of
Just to make your
gamers
life
here
easier for one night.
to give me like an easy night. Stay in your quadrant. If it's not your quadrant, it's not your problem. If you have a BGS, just delay for a BGS, Scythe BGS if you want. Make sure you're potted. You can also consider venging your teammates as we go through this. Oh my god, the BGS is hit like 143? Is that right? Okay, it's very zero.
254 for
Anyone
some
with a
reason.
T-bow is now absolutely screwed. He has no mage level. We drained it to 0. Might start reducing his attack level or something. If you have 50 spec, try to get your claws off during P2 rather than during P3. You could technically tick fix with it going into the 3rd phase to get yourself on a later tick. If you don't know how to do that though, just simply use them so you don't end up wasting the 50 spec. If you look at that, Trizzy and I, side by side. Trizzy, keep swinging. Trizzy, keep swinging. No matter what, just keep swinging. Trust your teammates will swing. Look at that. We lose no ticks. This is a nice feature of being on the same tick as a partner. And if you're late in the cycle, such that you're not swinging as Zarpus turns, this makes it so we can, instead of having to go off the boss and find someone to sync with, we can just keep swinging. And as long as at least one teammate can find the boss within 4 ticks, we'll be good. And I fully expect people doing hard mode have the awareness like, oh, Zarpus, swing. If you're doing like stop cross restacking, etc. It's appropriate for this level raid. Let's keep going. If you got space, yoink it. Don't need permission. Quickly in the next true. Remember, don't drop things in one pile. Just my personal preference. But it's starting now. Be quick between rooms. That's why we start quick. Potato, it's all yours. X1, X2 at the west pillar. Beautiful.
How much damage do those rocks do?
You don't want to know.
Okay, okay.
Because it's not the rock that kills you, it's the mage attack after the rock that kills you. It's enough to kill you, that's all.
That's all I needed to know.
Okay, he's dead. Range for Piety, Sip Stampede to block out the poison for the duration of P2. Now as we solve crabs here, pay attention to where these crabs spawn.
No way. I did not see that one coming
Oh.
through. Fucking A.
Oh,
Unhumble.
two of us are out. That was fast.
Yeah, I did
didn't
not
think
see
it
that
was
crab coming
99.
through Verzik.
Alright, we're gonna have to earn this one. If you feel comfortable doing it, you can try to add Piety Flicks to your movement during P2. If you're not ready for it, don't sweat it. It will just save a little bit of prayer. Crabs are savage. No one in chat. Come on. If your divines run out, save it until after reds have started so it lasts the rest of the raid. If you're out of divine, make sure you put preserve on as well. Stay in motion. I see blow pipe. It's a bit annoying when that happens, isn't it? Let's recover. You'll be alright. Try to stay northeast, Trizzy, by the way. Or, we're in this 3-man situation. Mage Huron, don't swing. Mage Huron, don't swing. Well, 5 tick action there. Go and swing on the crab a couple more times. It's still 66% HP on the east. Don't stop swinging until it's below 20% at least, and you can 5 tick fill on it whenever you're on the cycle where you wouldn't get a side swing on Verzik. My divine now. It should last through the rest of the raid if we're swinging hard. One more swing on both sides on the crabs. Make sure you're avenging as well. If you avenge, you could cast it on me, or maybe Potato.
Not on me, please. I'm on iron.
Not on Potato. Unlucky. That is one of the downs of being an Iron Man freezing. Unless you're doing SBS, which is its own league of difficulty. Oh, hopefully kill it here. Swing on it, swing on it, swing on it, come on! No! One swing on the crabs, get ready to pick up your excess supplies if you need them. Alright, clean tanking is what carries P3. 2, 3, 4 under, 5 attack. Nice stuff. Once revenge breaks, revenge. I know you got a lot to work on here because you got like tank responsibility right now. All on southeast, all on southeast. Good luck. I pulled one. One under still. Ouch. Making webs, making webs. Oh no, the crab! We never hit it. Tragedy. I should probably have hit the crab, honestly. It was a little greedy of me. Shame on me, honestly. Make sure you sip your stem if you didn't. We'll be able to close this one out. We're gonna try. 2 ticks after your scythe. You're in cycle for webs when you step under. 2, 3, 4 under, 5 attack. Get this last scythe swing. I got these on this side. Brew up, restore super combat. We will have to pass the ball. Twice is ideal, once minimum. Have to be very healthy to be able to tank it. Tornadoes are going to spawn. We got to pass the ball, though. I think we might have done a ball. No ball skip. Just stay with me. I'll take it away. Woo! Crab spawn? Make webs, make webs, make webs, make webs. I'm gonna go ahead and recover here. That ball put me in a bad spot. Should be good now. I managed to avoid getting hit by the NATO. This being a good spot. A minute left on my super combat. I'm gonna keep that in mind. I'm gonna hold this last with super combat even if I need to brew. We'll claw north here. Run to the corner. Run through, attack. Run to the corner, run through, attack. After this next corner, you're gonna claw. Claw? You get one more side swing if you get your claws off. No!
Oh, I didn't complete my bad.
No worries, good effort.
Catching them in the cage.
5, 6, under, attack. Whoa! Spit 2, under, attack. Spit 2, under, attack. Hit the redemption. Brew up! Spit 2, under, attack. We're back in cycle. Swing hard! Take it
That's
home!
Crazy.
That
I
crab
one
bop was
melee
smooth
there,
as
but I
hell.
was never getting a chance. We're fine.
Insane.
And we make time!
Oh my god.
Any kits, any
That's
purples.
actually insane.
That's a
Yeah.
hard carry right there.
I thought it was over at the green ball and he hit me with the redemption. Like, what the fuck? How'd you do that, bro?
Hey, the green ball only is lethal if there's 2 people alive or more when it's cast. and then if it's only one person alive, it scales it down to 74 damage. So what I'm doing is I'm capping my HP around like 75 to 83-ish, like in that general region. And that makes it so I can proc Redemption and get a big heal off the Redemption, and then I separate far from Berserk so I can brew, restore, get my prayers back on before the attack lands. That was a pretty tough Verzik close, but we had to go in there. Any questions about the raid?
I just need to not die.
I need to not die. I mean, that's a classic, you know. Saved the omelet. True, Fruburst. Omelet gets to see another raid. A quick recap for mistakes this raid so we can kind of learn from it. It's something I like to do whenever we have the opportunity to. This raid, Maiden for the most part, I made some mistakes actually. I stepped in some blood. That caused more tomatoes to spawn, made the Maiden quite challenging, a little bit tricky. So there's that to keep in mind. Just be careful, mindful of Maiden throwing blood. Otherwise, the cross restack and skip executed decently. Just make sure we're paying attention to where we're positioning for the din specs. Make sure we're siphoning north 1, then din spec. That's a small detail. For bloat, if you're going to go for flinches, you're going to be hanging back slightly further. Just know that those hands can trap you. Once and you got kind of screwed over twice there. Back to back, I believe that bloat.
Yeah.
Right, you had like a corner wrapped hands, and
Yup.
the way that I like to make it a little easier to deal with, because I do suffer from that too. It's a tough situation to be in. I use my left hand to control the camera, and I'll pre-move the camera a little bit ahead of where I'm looking. And I'm always conscious about my pathing. I'm never clicking far. I'm always clicking tight to my character. And I'm always hovering my mouse in case I have to path wide. And if I do have to path wide, I'm always ready to tick eat as well, because that stomp will sometimes clip you if you path wide. For that, I know it's like probably like kind of minor details at that point, like talking about bloat that way, but using the left hand to control the camera means your middle mouse button is never down. And if you ever like try turning your camera and middle mouse button and holding your middle mouse button while you click, even though it's an awkward hand position, it actually, at least for my mouse, it interrupts my middle mouse button if I try to do that. So it's something to keep in mind that the inputs can be awkward if you have to move your camera with middle mouse button and click at the same time. So that's why I recommend it. It might take a second to get used to if you do it that way, but it will sometimes save you at bloat. For Nilo's, Nilo whiffs were okay, I think. We got a GMCA. That's fantastic. It means our pillars were clean, and we had the luxury of swinging on a Nilo boss in the middle of the room, wasting a casual 60 ticks across a team with Scythe Chally. So that's fantastic. That means that we were able to keep the room clean enough to where we do the CA and no pillars even fall. Wild. Soditseg, I think, went fine for the most part. Don't really recall anything suspicious. The one thing I would point out, it's not really a mistake, but rather an optimization that we're not taking advantage of. When you have high HP in that last phase, the way you want to think about it is you're going to take the ball anyway if one's on you. So use your vengeance a little aggressively at that point once you're at a point where you're like comfortable with Soditseg, right? What that means is if you don't see two orbs coming at you and Soditseg just committed to an attack somewhere else, what you can do is you can take your prayer off and tank a orb, and you'll get your prayer back on before the next orb, and simply flinch away between attacks while you do it. It's a lot of extra clicking, a little bit more effort, but 50 vengeance damage, 48 vengeance damage coming back to bloat is a lot of damage, and it'll speed your rate up substantially if you do take advantage of it. If your goal is just to have consistent clears and you're scared you're going to lose all your points to the chest, or if you died earlier in the raid, you might want to consider not doing that, because if you die at Soat and Bloat, for instance, you'll be cooked on points. You'll have no points at the chest. So it's a consideration if you want to play less risky in that situation, then maybe consider it. For Zarpus was fine. There was a nice thing we did on the southeast that raid. If you weren't in our corner, you don't know what we're talking about, I recommend watching the VOD back for that specific portion. We stayed synced to the exact tick with, I believe it was Trizzy that raid, and that makes it so that kiss the prince. All right, where's the prince? What does chat want me to do? A touch, become a frog, kiss, or just say no? I hear one request for kiss. Anyone in chat have a suggestion? Let's wrap up the recap, and I see anything in chat. Otherwise, we might pull it after the YouTube video is wrapped up. For Zarpus, so that's a great thing to take advantage of, noticing when you're synced with other players. So always good to do that. Good job using the specs as well at Zarpus before they end up getting wasted. It's a little bit awkward to use them after the Screech cycle's kind of been set. For P1 went fine. Someone asked the question, how much damage do the rocks do at P1? I think they only deal like 30 or 40 damage, but they stun you. and that's the part that gets you. You never want to get caught by those. Um, P2, we played a little aggressively during crabs, and we kind of got Verzik hard mode top 5 for it. To be blunt, they're quite
We can
dangerous.
glance over that. We can
Yeah,
glance over that.
I uh, I mean no joke when I say it. Staying above 85 HP will mitigate a lot of the risk. It will not save you though. Um, so I do mean it very very literally because all it takes is one mistake to a crab like that, and you're just absolutely out of the game. You're out of commission. Um, so just be careful for that. And then I talked about flicking piety during P2 or whatnot to try and save on prayer. That's something you want to try to do once in a while when you're in a comfortable state, and just like add a couple clicks for it in. If you've like had no mistakes and you're full on supplies, and you want to practice it in a raid once or twice, I would recommend starting to practice it once you feel comfortable with P2. That'll make your supply situation a little bit more consistent when you're in more dire straits you need to execute to stay alive, or if teammates have died in a situation like we had this raid. If you're one of the people alive, being efficient with your supply usage to the end is very important. And I ended that raid with 7 doses of restore still, so I had a little more juice to work with. And as you get more proficient at the raid, you'll find opportunities to use that extra prayer to your advantage by using things like redemption, and the redemption exhausts a lot of your prayer, basically converting prayer pots into health at that point. So it's a good thing to learn how to do. Um, Otherwise, though, I think
Do
it's
you
a pretty.
recommend taking like 1 or 2 hard food into Verzik, or just keeping all brews?
So if you're learning, I start people with all brews. The second that you start getting more efficient with the raid, you'll realize hard food actually has some hidden value. Like a hard food doesn't reduce your stats, and there's some windows where you can actually eat a hard food and not be punished for it. For example, the transition between P1 and P2, the transition from P2 to P2 Red's second cycle, you can do one side swing, eat a shark or something, and then be ready for that first tick swing on Verzik. And then P2 to P3, you can also eat a shark then. Um, and then if you ever do need to combo eat, having a combo eat in your inventory is great. The reason why I don't recommend it for learners though is because what often gets learners killed is being irresponsible at low HP, and combo eating encourages learners to sit low HP and think they can recover with a combo eat if something goes wrong. But people tend to underestimate how much damage output Versa can actually do. So once you get to a point where you're pretty comfortable, you can take a Manta or something in. A Manta or a Shark in if you've got low points. What I like to do is I take full brews and restores, and then if I end up in a case where like I'm good on supplies, but my teammate's screwed, I might be able to save them and share a little bit of extra juice with them. For because it's 60 HP versus like 20 with a shark or something. So
Understood.
yeah, that's all my recap for this raid. It's a little bit longer recap, but I like pointing these things out as teams are starting to get more proficient because it helps them walk away from the sessions. Actually feel like they're still learning something and not just like grinding raids out with me. Any other questions about the raid? Awesome. Let's go ahead and wrap up this one then. Oh no, I misclicked. No, I didn't kiss. No, I'm sorry, chat. Oh well. Shout out to all you tobbers who liked the video. I like you. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. For all of you taking on the theater, good luck and good raids. We'll catch you in the next one.